Hello and welcome to Math with Mrs. Becker. Today in Algebra 2, we are going to start dividing polynomials. There are actually two methods for dividing polynomials. One method is called long division, which we will look at today. And then as we move forward in the section, we will look at something called synthetic division. Now, polynomial long division, it is a method for dividing a polynomial by another polynomial. And it's very similar to how you divided numbers using long division back when you were in elementary school. Let's go ahead and try a few, okay? Whatever you are dividing by, so meaning whatever's after the division symbol, or if you write it as a fraction, whatever's in the denominator, that's what goes on the outside. The first polynomial is what goes on the inside. Some little helpful tips. You always want to make sure everything is in standard form and that you don't skip any values of the variable. So what that means is if I look underneath here, 2x's, 1x's, no x's. So it goes 2, 1, 0. So we're good. On the outside, same thing. 1x, no x's. Now when you're doing long division, your first goal, you want the first term on the outside to become the first term on the inside. So on the outside, I have 3x. I want it to become 15x squared. So you have to ask yourself, okay, what can I take 3x times to make 15x squared? To turn a 3 into a 15, you multiply it by a 5. This term has 1x. I need 2x's, so you would need one more. Now you multiply whatever you wrote on the top by each term on the outside separately. 5x times 3x is 15x squared. Now this should always match. 5x times positive 1 is positive 5x. Now the reason why you want these to match is because you want to be able to cancel them. In order to cancel them, you're going to take the whole second row and you're going to change the signs. So anything positive becomes negative, anything negative becomes positive. So both of these terms become a negative. Now when you add them together, 15x squared and a negative 15x squared cancels. 8x minus 5x is 3x. Carry down the next term and you start again. Now 3x needs to become 3x. Well, it already matches. If these two things match, you put a 1. 1 times 3x is 3x. 1 times 1 is 1. The goal here is to cancel the first term. So I need to change all the signs of the second row. So this time again, they both become negatives. 3x minus 3x cancels. Negative 12 minus 1 more is a negative 13. There is no way to change a term that has an x into just a number. So this is your remainder. So far, our quotient is 5x plus 1. Our remainder is negative, so you minus at the end of the problem. If it were to be positive, you would add. Then it's the numerical value of the remainder over whatever you were dividing by. So our remainder is negative 13 over 3x plus 1. And there's one example. This is one of those skills where as we go through examples, it will just get easier and easier. Okay, the next one, whatever you're dividing by, that goes on the outside. So y minus 3. Here, notice this is not in the right order. You have to make sure that you go in the right order and that you don't skip any y values. So notice this is 3y's, 2y's. They did not have a y. It was 3y's, 2y's, no y's. You can't go 3, 2, 0. So notice that they put a 0y in there. So it would go 3, 2, 1, 0. If you're missing a value of y you need, or any variable, you need to put the 0 in there to hold that place. Now, step 1, I need y to become 2y cubed. So you need to ask yourself, okay, what is it missing? To turn a y into a 2y cubed, I need a number 2, and I need 2 additional y's. So that's what I put on the top. 2y squared times y is 2y cubed. 2y squared times negative 3 is negative 6y squared. I need to cancel the first term, so this becomes negative, this becomes positive. Now you add them together. 2y cubed, negative 2y cubed cancels. Negative 1y squared plus 6y squared is 5y squared. Carry down the next term, start again. To turn y into 5y squared, I need a 5 and I need one more y. 5y times y is 5y squared. 5y times negative 3 is negative 15y. This becomes a negative, this becomes a positive. Now, when I add them together, the first term cancels. 0y plus 15y is 15y. Carry down the next term. To turn y into 15y, I need 15. 15 times y is 15y. 15 times negative 3 is negative 45. Now I need to cancel the first term, so this becomes a negative, this becomes a positive. 15y and a negative 15y cancels. 25 plus 45 is 70. There is no way to change a letter into a number. So this is your remainder. The remainder is positive, so you add to the end of your quotient. The value of the remainder is 70, and it goes over your y minus 3. Okay, hopefully it's starting to seem a little bit easier. We're going to look at two more, okay? Whatever you're dividing by, so in this case, 2x minus 1, that's what goes on the outside. 2x's, 1x's, no x's. It's in the right order. I do not have to add in any zeros. 6x squared plus 13x minus 8. Step 1, I need 2x to become 6x squared. To turn a 2 into a 6, I need to multiply by 3. This has 1x, I need to have 2, so one more. 3x times 2x is 6x squared. 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. To cancel the first term, change the signs. This becomes a negative, this becomes a positive. Negative 6x squared, positive 6x squared cancels. 13x plus 3x is 16x. Carry down the negative 8, start again. 2x needs to become 16x. To change 2x into 16x, you multiply by 8. 8 times 2x is 16x. 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. This turns to a negative, this turns to a positive. Notice this time when I add them together, they both cancel. There's nothing left, so this problem has no remainder. Your quotient is just 3x plus 8. Last one. Whatever you're dividing by goes on the outside. 3x's, 2x's, no x's. You cannot go 3, 2, 0. So I need to add in a 0x. That way it's 3x's, 2x's, 1x, no x's. 8x cubed plus 6x squared plus 0x plus 7. 3, 2, 1, 0. Now I need x to become 8x cubed. I need an 8 and I need 2 x's. 8x squared times x is 8x cubed. 8x squared times 2 is 16x squared. Change this to a negative, change this to a negative. This cancels. 6x squared minus 16x squared is negative 10x squared. Carry down the next term. Even though it's a 0, you have to carry that down. To change an x into a negative 10x squared, you need a negative 10 and one more x. Negative 10x times x is negative 10x squared. Negative 10x times 2 is negative 20x. Change this to a positive, this to a positive. This cancels. 0x plus 20x is 20x. Carry down the next term. To turn x into 20x, you need a 20. 20 times x is 20x. 20 times 2 is 40. Change that to a negative, change that to a negative. 20x minus 20x cancels. 7 minus 40 is negative 33. There is no way to change a letter into a number. This is your remainder. Because the remainder is negative, it's minus. The value is 33 over x plus 2. You do have a short book assignment. You're just looking at numbers 2 through 4 and then 13 to 18. And you guys, that is long division. I'll talk to you soon.